Good morning, students. Today's topic is from Chapter 15, The Struggle for Freedom. The topic is Government of India Act 1858, and we will see what are different acts which were passed by British after 1858, after the War of Independence ended. So the first act which was passed by British was in 1858, and it was called Government of India Act. Then students, in 1861, after 3 years, another act was passed which was called the Indian Consuls Act. We will also see and look into a third act which is Indian Consuls Act of 1892. So in this video you will see and learn a comparison of these three acts, which will be in the form of this question. Compare the acts of 1858, 1861 and 1892. So we will write a comparison of these three acts, alright, which were passed by British Parliament to govern India as a subcontinent. So in this way you will mark, alright, these three acts in different three columns, and we will compare them. Alright, so first of all, in 1858, we will mark from here page number 70. In 1858, the Parliament in London passed the Government of India Act, under which those parts of the subcontinent which were controlled by the East India Company were to be ruled by the British government, with the Viceroy living in India and in overall control. Here you will write this point, alright, and this will be ended here. And then one more point, which will be another important clause, or in another important clause of this act is, he had a legislative council, lawmaking, alright, lawmaking council. He had a legislative council of officials and selected British members so to help the rule, okay, to help the Viceroy to overall rule. So this will be the main clauses or main points of this act of 1858. All right, and then you will write about the second important act, which was passed in 1861. The important points of Indian Consuls Act 1861 are: this allowed some Indians to sit on the Viceroy's Legislative Council. So first time Indians also allowed to sit on Viceroy's Legislative Council. And you know that in the previous act in 1858, there were only British members of Viceroy's Council. But now some Indians were allowed to sit in Viceroy's Council also. Another important point is, these Indian members were not elected but chosen by the British authorities. So it means these members of Indian nationality, they were just chosen, they were selected, not elected, okay, by the people or by any other committee. So this was two main points of this act. Now we will see what are the main or important points of Indian Consuls Act of 1892. Here you will start writing from here. This allowed Indians to be elected. Now you can see the difference. Yes, in this third law in 1892, in this act, you can see that now this time Indians are allowed to be elected to the Viceroy's Legislative Council instead of just being nominated or chosen. All right, so this is a more advanced situation, and here you can say this is paving the road to independence. All right, now here also one more important point. The second important point is, Muslims were Muslims asked for, they were asked for and were given separate electoral rules. It means Muslims were also given their separate elections or electoral rolls, all right, because they demanded for it and it was approved by the British. Okay, so this point is also very important. So in this way you will write a comparison of three acts. All right, thank you.